Well, Joe, thank you for coming on the red carpet.
Oh, thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Let's dig into what got you into the entertainment industry.
Oh man. I guess just growing up with movies, like movies were my parents. They taught me everything I wanted or needed to know. Like there's a running joke in my friend group is like, how do you know how to do that? Movies.
And you're also a producer, is that correct?
Yeah, I kind of fell into all of that out of necessity because I was an actor first and I wasn't really getting any auditions or any roles that I wanted to. So my thought was, well, write something, write a short script. And then writing it, trying to find anyone to direct it or produce it, couldn't find anyone that wanted to. So then I kind of fell into directing it myself, fell into producing it and making it myself. So my first short is written, directed, and acted by me. It's pretty
And that's
funny.
amazing. And do you have any upcoming projects?
Um, I do. I'm trying to get one funded called Static, and it was a story that I wrote that's based off my experience with my father, who unfortunately had dementia and he passed away in April of 2020 with it. And it's sort of like dementia as a demon, kind of like in the vein of The Conjuring and Sinister,
hmm
Annabelle, all that
hmm
stuff.
And I want to dig into that because it's good you're making movies about it because dementia is such a tragic event in anybody's family life.
Yeah, and man, like when my father was diagnosed with it, like we've heard of dementia, but we didn't really know what it meant or what it entailed. But it like it takes everything. It takes like all your finances from my mom's, my sisters. It takes all your time. You really find out who your friends are, like who your true friends are, because not everyone can hang with that.
Yeah, and it tests her family, it tests her friends, but also it tests the family's patience for
Oh yeah.
sure.
Hmm.
And it's so emotional seeing your own family member getting dementia and you hope you don't get it and then you end up your family member gets it. But also I to me, I believe it kind of teaches us because to now respect other family members that's going through it.
Yeah. Yeah, not just that, but like respect the time that you have with them, because it's kind of known as the long goodbye, and it's weird to see them and it's not them anymore. It's the disease because they'll say things that don't make sense in the moment because they're thinking
Hmm
they're 20 years ago. And my father, he's from Rome, Italy, and he only spoke Italian in the end because that was his first language. So it was like a whole other layer because I was on
Right.
translate like what does this mean? What does this mean?
So I totally understand. What was the most biggest pivot moment in your life?
Uh, Probably trying to do this full time. Because I used to work in like odd jobs. Like I used to work in vans. I used to work at an ink cartridge place where it was called e-cycle. You would get these ink cartridges that were used, and you would clean the cartridge, and then like it was e-cycling. You would just cycle.
Hmm
I would, man, I remember coming home with just full of ink all over myself. And then I saw this post on MySpace, if you remember that, about like being on a movie set, and I signed up, and then I was an extra on Semi Pro, first movie I was ever like in or on.
hmm
I remember just begging like the PAs there, like, "Hey, get me in. Let me do this." It's like first time seeing it, it was the coolest thing that I've ever seen, I think. And then I was like, I need to get on the set. I need to work on this set.
Wow. Amazing. Um, and what is your favorite? genre, your favorite dream role you want to act in.
Well, my favorite dream role would 100% be Wolverine in the MCU. That would be the dream.
Hmm.
And then my favorite genres would be probably horror, action, comedy.
And it's what's the one thing you learned so far being in the entertainment industry?
It is much better to finish something than to start something new. And I say that mostly, I think, as a writer, because in the beginning, I would start a script, not finish it, get another idea, start another script, get another idea, start another script. I mean, before I knew it, I had like five unfinished screenplays that were going nowhere. So then once I really like locked in and figured out how to finish, that's when I had the realization it's better to finish it than start like five other new ones.
Right, 100%. And and one thing about the entertainment industry, it's not easy like everyone else says.
Oh no, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Hmm. And the one thing, well, before I ask that question, but what is your year why? Why are you doing this?
Hmm. The why is a good question. I think it's not so much passion as much as purpose. Like I'm always trying to kind of write my next masterpiece and then hopefully film it and have it be something that's just more than the genre it is, but like something that would transcend that genre either in the meaning or what I'm trying to portray to the audience. Just to be something more than just art, but to have a
Hmm.
like be purpose over the passion.
Okay, that's a very good. I like that. Now, what can you tell the audience how you prepare for a role?
Well, it's kind of like how I write. I would write like a character backstory. I do that when I'm acting as well, just to know like where the character always is before each scene, where they're going. That kind of gives me like from A to B, the scene would be like in the middle. So if I have that A where I'm from, I know where I'm going.
Okay. And as yourself, um, do you, you know, being in the entertainment industry, like we both discussed, it's not as easy as you think it is,
Right.
and it's just to me, I think that telling the audience is that being in the entertainment industry, I had to rethink my brain, I'm sorry, being in the
Sure.
entertainment industry that a lot of people don't realize is like it's not easy as you think it is, and that you get into the entertainment industry and you think you're gonna win a big award like that, right? And you're not, right? And so for yourself as Mr. Joe, how do you handle auditions? Because I know auditions is tough because a lot of people go into auditions and they get, I guess, frustrated or upset with themselves and why I didn't get the role, what did I do wrong? And it's a life lesson because you have to have patience. That's the key word, patience. Don't give up, have courage, because being in the entertainment industry is you have auditions, right? You have to do auditions, you wait a while, you may never get a phone call back, or you may get a phone call back, or you forget about you did an audition. So, as your experience, what is your um, testimony, or what's your message for a lot of people out there who are trying to understand why is it so difficult to be doing auditions?
Well, it's kind of just that. Like they are difficult, they are hard, but you kind of push through. And for me, at least, I feel nervous. And when I do feel those nerves, I kind of just use that and kind of try to transform it into whatever the character is on the page. And I would say if you're feeling stagnant, try writing. Try getting some film buddies together, write a short film, and submit it into film festivals. Even just if you write a couple, you can get a reel going. You can send that to agents, and you can also send it to casting directors. I've sent it to the local colleges for film in your area, and you can get some auditions like that too. Sometimes they just cast you.
Yeah, and
Just
that's true. And sometimes you hear back from them a couple of days or
Mhm.
couple of weeks later, or you have friends. And then one thing I love hearing about audition is that you meet people on set while you're on audition,
Yeah,
and they remember you, or if you don't get the role, they always say, "Hey, I know somebody, reach out to this person. He might be he or she might be the person to do it." You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
100%, I totally
Yeah,
agree with you.
networking alone is very key because
Right.
you can build those friendships. Because even if you don't use them, I mean, I've met people that we haven't done anything together, but I still see them from time to time on different film sets, and we're building that sort of friendship, that rapport, and someday we might do something, but. It's good just to network because I have gotten jobs from just knowing them. They've passed my name around and they'll pass your name around too.
Yeah, 100%. That is the truth. And that's the thing about the entertainment industry. You word of mouth, and you don't give up, go for it.
Exactly. Gotta keep going forward, keep moving forward.
Right, 100%. Um, you talked about your upcoming project. You're also a writer, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm a writer, director, actor.
And what got you into being a writer?
Just like what I said earlier, like I was an actor and all the auditions that I was auditioning for, I wasn't getting anything. So that's when I got some of my film buddies together and kind of wrote some short films, and then we just tried filming it. And of course, the first few were just not good. And we tried submitting it, didn't get into any festival at that time. But you work on your craft and you work on your craft, and eventually you get in, and then you see, like when you go there, you see the audience reaction, you see what's working, what's not working, and it's always a lesson. Like there's always a lesson to be learned, and you win some, you lose some, and the ones that you lose, to me, are better because you learn, and just you know getting better at your craft and honing in on those skills.
Right. I totally agree with you because it's good to open your horizon in the entertainment industry because you get to learn so much behind the scenes, how it's like to write a script, or or how to write a storyline, and that to
Yeah,
me is amazing.
yeah. Even just as a director, a director is not a dictator. Like you went to these people for a specific reason, and I would say let them play in the sandbox that you sort of created,
Mm-hmm.
and you might know you might know a lighting setup, but the gaffer is going to know like much more. And always be willing to learn, always be open to sort of like you don't know everything, and you can learn something new.
Right. 100%. I totally agree with you. Um, and the one thing I like is because as a writer, I have so much respect because the writers have to write the script, or write the movie, or write the cast members' lines, and you have to think about what they need to say, and to me, it's really awesome.
Yeah, writing honestly is probably my favorite part because that's when I guess me as a writer, that's when I have full control and I don't have to worry about budget yet. I don't have to worry about, people showing up late. It's just me with the blank page at the time and filling in the story, filling in the plot points, and sort of expanding it to the script that it's going to be. But I'm an outliner, so I like to outline meticulously. Uh,
Hmm.
Usually try to go for the end first and then work my way from the beginning, trying to sort of like those movies that we can predict what's going on or what's going to happen.
Right.
I like to kind of set up a prediction, and then when it happens, it's totally flipped. So it's
Wow,
like
that's cool. I like that. That's really cool, and I never thought of that way that you
yeah,
just said
that's
that.
how I do it.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Why do you say that?
Well, I'd like to subvert expectations. Like if you're seeing it one way, and usually I'll write down like if I'm writing a horror movie that deals with possession, I'll write down all the typical things that happen in a possession movie. And then when I'm writing it, I'm going to write against all that just so I don't have what was already done. But I know what has been done so I can take it further.
Okay. That's really cool. I like the idea. Thank you. That's a very good teaching. I like that.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah. Are you where are you based?
Right now, Florida.
Oh, okay. And do you do you see yourself moving to, California in 5 years? What's your goal in 5 years? Basic, you know.
Yeah, well, I'm actually from California. I'm from Ojai, California. And before I moved here, I was in Burbank, California. And I mean, it depends on where the industry takes me. I'm not opposed to moving back to California. That'd be awesome because California is home. That's how I always see it. Um, but Florida's pretty good. It's cheap.
Hmm. And what do you think about the entertainment industry so far in Florida? Is it growing? How do you see it?
I do wish that they would bring back the tax incentives because I feel like when I moved here, there were no tax incentives. And looking into it, like film was here, but for whatever reason, they gave the whatever you call it, the tax incentives or the taxes, the funds to the sports teams, and just kind of let film go.
Hmm.
Which it doesn't make sense to me because we do have a Disney World here, we have Universal, we got the studios here, and then we also have Full Sail here. There's UCF, they have a film program. There's Valencia, and just a bunch of film programs that are really good. And then once those graduates graduate, uh, they move to Atlanta, Louisiana, LA, because they need work.
Well, hopefully the film industry in Florida grows for sure, and to me, I like it how every state, the film industry seems like it's growing.
Yeah,
And it's
I seen it.
and it's good because a lot of the actors can now go to any state and be on set,
Yeah,
audition for them.
yeah. I just recently saw a pretty awesome commercial with Matthew McConaughey and oh man, I forget his name. The guy from Zombieland or Zombie World.
Oh, I can't think of his name, but it's coming to my head.
Right, it's right there.
Uh, um, I can't think. I feel bad.
I do too.
But I
Uh,
know I know what commercial you're talking about, and it's really good.
yeah, for
100%.
Texas.
100%. In um uh TV shows, do you see yourself directing TV shows?
I would definitely direct TV shows. I watch I watch a lot of TV actually too. Like right
Which
now,
one?
Reginald the Vampire,
Hmm.
and it's pretty funny
I agree. Which one do you think you'll like better, directing a TV show or directing a movie?
movie.
Okay.
Hands down movie.
Right. And because to me, I think movie brings out more action, more storytelling, more understandable.
Yeah, I think I just love that theater experience too. Like, there's nothing like going to a theater and seeing an awesome movie on the silver screen. It's just awesome.
Hmm. Totally understand. I totally agree with you. You know, I was reading about you and you have all these upcoming projects you want to work on, and um, I'm so excited for you.
Oh yeah, thank you, man. There's always something down the pipeline.
And I think to me is like we said many times, being in the entertainment industry, I always bring this up. So to every guest, it's tough. It's tough being in an industry. People think it's a competition, but it's not. It's just word of mouth, connections, work hard, and don't give up. Because we all find the right person that will help us in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, I kind of think you would be your own competition. Because if that's your mindset that there's just competition everywhere, like what happens when you go to a film festival and you're competing with everyone else and you see a film that you like, you're not gonna like go up to that filmmaker and like talk to them. Because
Mm.
that's exactly what I would like. If I see a short film that beats me, but I like the short film, I'm going up to the filmmakers and introducing myself so we can like probably connect and work on something in the future.
You said it right there. You said it right there.
Yeah.
Go up to them. Get them to know you. Get them to know you. That's the thing. 100%. I totally agree with you. Um, and get your name out there because they will remember you. That's
Mhm.
the key. They will remember you. And so now off the topic about film and all this stuff, what do you do for fun when you're not acting, when you're not directing, when you're not writing?
Mostly just hanging out with friends, doing whatever, bowling, mini golf. We do watch a lot of movies because we're all filmmakers. But we've been going to comedy nights. There's this new thing where they like read scripts like a theater style. Like it's set up like a theater, but they're just reading a feature script, and it's really cool.
Wow, that's amazing. That sounds really cool. I love comedy. They actually make you laugh and make you happy.
Yeah, it's true.
100%.
I think that's why I watch a lot of comedy. It's to laugh.
I think comedy for me brings happiness for people.
It's true, it does.
100%. It does. And it just brings everybody in a good mood
Mm-hmm.
in the
Because
whole room.
laughter is the greatest medicine.
Yes, laughter is the greatest medicine. You said it right there.
It's
Uh,
healing.
yes, 100% the healing because when you're all sitting there and you're laughing, it brings you peace and brings you happiness and
Mm-hmm.
everybody's laughing. You kind of forget about what's happening for a moment. So that's 100% the truth.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. So, where can people find you on social media and get a hold of you?
On TikTok, I just made a TikTok. I got Instagram and Twitter or X.
Okay.
All of those, it's at Nightly Boy. That's NIGHTLYBOI. And then on Facebook, it's just my name, Joe Boy.
Wow. Amazing. I want people to get a hold of you and connect with you and, you know, support you in this upcoming film and support you and your more upcoming films that you have coming up. And, I can't wait to hear more projects you'll be doing.
Yeah. Oh, I also just wrote 2 books. I got 2 books out on Amazon.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Your two books.
Oh, yeah. I got one called Real Heroes. It's about how we can live life like our favorite heroes from movies. And then the
Uh-huh.
other one is called Code Blue. And I wanted to bring a faith-based sort of thing into the horror genre because there's not a lot. And I wanted something that was like dealing with PTSD specifically for veterans and army people. And that one, it's I kind of threw together everything I wanted to see in a horror movie. So it's about a legion of demons that are unleashed in a hospital, and a nurse who suffers from PTSD has to fight through 9 floors of hell before the demons take her soul.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You know, it's good that you're making a book about PTSD to help people, you know,
yeah,
and PTSD is very important. Mental health is very important.
yeah, and it's a weird thing. I've talked to a few of my army buddies about it and kind of gathered the research together, excuse me, to kind of make the story more realistic and grounded, but it's it's out there.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you, and thank you for advocating for mental health. It's very important
Yeah,
that we all need to talk about it. 100%
yeah.
because mental health is real. It's okay to have a conversation about it, and that's
Mhm.
how we're going to change people and we're going to impact people. Let them know they are not alone. There is help.
That's kind of that's the purpose of Static actually, is for people that are not just with dementia, but the caregivers. Like if you're a caregiver for dementia, you're not alone.
100%. You're not. We are here. We understand your story. We understand their story, right? And that we are here. We are here to listen. We are also hoping to change everybody to understand what dementia is.
Yeah,
You know, let people know that if your family is going through it, hang in there. Be
yeah,
positive. Help them.
yeah. Definitely hang in there. Be patient. That is the key: is to be
And
patient.
it's 100%. It tests you. You're patient, patient, patient.
Hmm.
Also tests your mental health. So that's why it's very important to talk about mental health and patience. 100%.
I fully agree.
Yeah, I totally agree. Well, thank you, Joe, for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you, man. This has been awesome.
And I look forward to having you back and when you have your next upcoming project.
Oh, dude, let's do it.
Yes, we'll definitely stay in touch.
100.
All right, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you again.
All right, later.
Bye-bye.